Hi, my name is Jessie Chan. I'm the holder of this diary. Call it When Traveling. I went to have a coffee rapid test in the morning because the situation changed. Entering Finland required a negative result, which lasted until January 16th. I found out the news on January 2nd when I was in Budapest. And I wrote down the words on my journal on that day, saying, I need to decide whether I should go back earlier. Gosh, thinking of it just makes me feel upset. Recalling the thing now, I just want to tell the 23-year-old me. You do like to torture yourself in advance for something trivial, huh? January 12, 2022, in Madrid, Spain. The reason why I felt upset is because I fell into a dilemma. The time I went back to Finland would also affect the time I went back to Taiwan. I wasn't that eager to go home, but also felt like my journey was coming to an end. I was thinking of going to Toledo, a city near Madrid, and was recommended by the Taiwanese girl I met in Krakow, but I hadn't decided when. I might accompany Argentine girl to the airport in the morning and then go to Toledo in the afternoon, I thought. After the test was done, I took the bus go back to the hostel. However, on halfway, when the bus passed Madrid Atocha station, I was suddenly thinking, since I was outside, how about going to Toledo right now? I got my bottle, another credit card whose remaining quota was just unfrozen, and my passport, fortunately, because I had no idea buying a train ticket requires my passport. Anyway, that was perfect timing. I then got off the bus and texted Argentine girl, which means we didn't say goodbye properly. But yeah, that's just how it was. I used a ticket vending machine to buy my ticket. However, after I put my card on the reader, I didn't get the ticket. But there's no charging notification from my bank either. I then noticed a guy next to me seemed to have the same problem. Are you able to get the ticket? I asked. No, are you? Me either, seems they are broken. Yeah, I think we need to go to the service counter to see if they charged us. I think they didn't because usually I'll get a notification from my bank right after I pay with my card, but I didn't. I see, but even so, I think it's better we check, just in case. We then went to the service counter and he started to communicate in fluent Spanish, which surprised me a little bit because my intuition told me he's not local. It turned out he's Swiss, but he used to have a Spanish girlfriend, so that's why he can speak fluent Spanish. And he's a writer, writing about reflection on the role of media, and also the professor. I'm not sure about this one anymore because I lost his business card. Anyway, we then started to talk. So, where are you going? Toledo. Then you still have time. Yeah, 30 minutes. And you, where are you going? He said a name which I had no idea where it was, but I remembered he said it took more than 5 hours to go. Oh, it's a bit far from here. Yeah, it is. Otherwise, maybe we can travel together. It's a pity. He continued. Yeah, it is. Well, I should go buy the ticket. It's really nice to meet you, I said. Nice to meet you too. We then went to the counter respectively. Actually, I didn't seriously think it's a pity at the moment, but recalling the thing now, I think I have a new perspective on it. If I didn't book the flight to Finland the next day, I would like to travel with him. After all, there might not be many chances to travel with someone you just met on the way, isn't it? Going on a journey at the drop of a hat sounds exciting for me. Another 30 minutes later, I arrived in Toledo. I then walked 30 minutes to Toledo Castle, which is located on a hill where the old town is situated. On the way, I could feel the terrain was progressively rising. When I reached a certain height, there's a bridge connecting the hill and the other, and the castle is in the highest part on the other side. While I was standing on the bridge, I was extremely astonished by the view I saw, which I would describe as contradicted primitive beauty. Mosses and lichens overgrow rocks along the river, which radiates a kind of primitive figure. while the deciduous trees give out a tender depression. I never thought there's such a place in Spain. That was amazing. I continued walking and suddenly found an entry, which is actually an escalator leading to La Plaza de Zocodover. So luckily I could arrive at the old town directly without climbing too much. After having lunch in the McDonald's, I started to weave into those charming alleys in the old town. Oh gosh, I feel like I couldn't describe in words how much I love to take a walk there. Only photos can describe it on my behalf. So I'll share them on my Instagram. Feel free to check them out if you are interested. I lingered there for 3 hours. Around 5 o'clock, I started to walk back to the station. And of course, I took a different route, which allows me to see Toledo from different angles and complete a half circle around the town. And this was probably the most walking day during my whole journey. I walked 27,411 steps on that day. On the way, I was listening to a song, Do You, from Spoon. I discovered it while eating in the McDonald's there. My steps were light and fast because of the music, the progressively descending land, and most importantly, the mood. I was extremely satisfied with the journey, not only the one in Toledo, but also my whole journey. I was ready to go home, but at the same time, was a bit reluctant to depart. Written by Jessie Chan. Thanks for your reading.